Most people destroy their peace by trying to force everything. They force success, force relationships, force outcomes, and force life itself. But the Stoics knew a secret. What is meant for you arrives faster when you stop chasing and start becoming. There's a reason so many people feel exhausted today. They are constantly chasing something. Chasing success, chasing money, chasing approval, chasing happiness, and chasing a future they believe will finally make them feel complete. They spend so much time running that they forget how to live. The Stoics understood that ambition is important, but obsession is dangerous. There is a difference between working toward a goal and becoming consumed by it. When your happiness depends entirely on achieving something in the future, you sacrifice your peace in the present. You begin living as if today does not matter. You tell yourself, I will be happy when I get the promotion. I will be happy when I make more money. I will be happy when people recognize me. But that day keeps moving further away. The Stoics taught that peace comes from focusing on what you can control right now. Your effort, your attitude, your actions. The future will arrive on its own. Your job is not to control every outcome. Your job is to become the kind of person who is ready when opportunities arrive. Relax. Keep improving. Keep moving forward. Life often unfolds in ways you cannot predict. Most people are in a hurry. They want results immediately. They plant a seed today and expect a tree tomorrow. They start a goal and expect success within weeks. When progress feels slow, they become frustrated. They begin comparing themselves to others. They wonder why life is not moving faster. The Stoics understood that nature does not rush, yet everything gets done. A tree grows at its own pace. The sun rises at its own time. Seasons change exactly when they should. Life often works the same way. Some things simply require patience. You cannot force wisdom. You cannot force mastery. You cannot force meaningful success. These things are built gradually through time and consistent effort. The problem is that many people quit because they mistake slow progress for no progress. They do not realize that growth is often invisible before it becomes visible. Every day you work on yourself, something is happening beneath the surface. Your skills are improving. Your character is strengthening. Your habits are developing. Even if you cannot see immediate results, trust the process. Relax, not because you are giving up, but because you understand that good things take time. Keep doing the work and let time do the rest. One of the biggest sources of suffering is trying to control things that are beyond your control. People want to control how others see them. They want to control every outcome. They want to control the future. When reality does not follow their plans, they become stressed and disappointed. The Stoics believe that this struggle is unnecessary. They taught that peace begins when you clearly separate what you can control from what you cannot. You can control your effort, but not the result. You can control your behavior, but not other people's opinions. You can control your preparation, but not every opportunity that appears. Once you understand this, a tremendous weight lifts from your shoulders. You stop fighting reality. You stop exhausting yourself trying to manage things that were never yours to manage. Instead, you focus your energy where it actually matters. The more you do this, the calmer you become. You begin trusting yourself instead of constantly worrying about circumstances. And that trust creates peace. Relax. Focus on your responsibility and let go of the rest. Sometimes life begins to flow more smoothly the moment you stop trying to force it. Many people believe that worrying is productive. They think that if they think about a problem long enough, they will somehow gain control over it. As a result, they spend hours imagining worst-case scenarios, replaying past mistakes, and stressing about things that have not even happened. The Stoics understood that worry is often nothing more than wasted energy. Worrying about tomorrow does not improve tomorrow. It only steals peace from today. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with stones everywhere you go. Each stone represents a fear, a doubt, or an imagined problem. The more worries you collect, the heavier the load becomes. Eventually, you become exhausted, not because life is impossible, but because you are carrying burdens that do not belong to you. Most of the things people worry about never happen, yet they suffer as if those things are already real. This is why the Stoics taught that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. A wise person focuses on facts, not fears. They deal with challenges when challenges arrive. They do not spend their lives preparing for disasters that may never come. Every moment spent worrying is a moment that could have been spent learning, growing, working, or enjoying life. The truth is that life has always been uncertain. No amount of anxiety can remove that uncertainty. No amount of stress can guarantee a perfect future. The only thing worry can do is rob you of the present moment. Relax. Take a deep breath. Trust yourself. You have survived difficult days before, and you will survive future challenges as well. The future is not asking you to carry it today. It is only asking you to handle what is in front of you right now. Focus on today's task, today's effort, and today's opportunity. Let tomorrow arrive when it arrives. The more you practice this mindset, the lighter your life becomes. You stop carrying imaginary problems and start living with clarity. And clarity is one of the greatest forms of peace. One of the hardest lessons in life is learning that you cannot force everything to happen on your timeline. Many people become frustrated because they believe they are behind. They compare their progress to others and feel as though life is moving too slowly. They see someone becoming successful, finding love, building wealth, or achieving goals, and they begin questioning their own journey. The Stoics warned against this habit because comparison destroys peace. Everyone is living a different life. Everyone is fighting different battles. Everyone is walking a different path. The fact that someone else reached a destination before you does not mean you are failing. It simply means their journey is different. Think about nature. A flower does not compare itself to a tree. A river does not compare itself to a mountain. Everything develops according to its own timing. Human beings create unnecessary suffering by constantly measuring themselves against others. Instead of appreciating their own progress, they focus on what they have not achieved yet. Instead of celebrating how far they have come, they obsess over how far they still have to go. This mindset creates endless frustration because there will always be someone ahead of you in some area of life. The Stoics believe that your only competition should be the person you were yesterday. Are you becoming wiser? Are you becoming stronger? Are you becoming more disciplined? These are the questions that matter. Life is not a race against other people. It is a journey of self-improvement. Relax. Your path does not need to look like anyone else's. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep showing up every day. Some opportunities take longer because they're preparing you for something greater. Some delays are actually protection. Some setbacks are actually lessons. Trust the process. Trust your growth. Trust the timing of your life. Keep working hard, but stop panicking about when everything will happen. The right opportunities often arrive when you have become ready for them. And when that moment comes, you will realize that the waiting was part of the preparation. Fire-crowned lion face, one of the greatest mistakes people make is believing that they must constantly chase everything they want. They chase attention, chase approval, chase relationships, chase success, and chase recognition. The harder they chase, the more exhausted they become. Eventually, They lose their peace because their entire life becomes a desperate pursuit of something outside themselves. The Stoics believed in a different approach. They believed that instead of chasing everything, you should focus on becoming the kind of person who naturally attracts good opportunities. Think about it this way. A strong tree does not chase birds. It grows strong roots, and the birds come on their own. In the same way, when you focus on building your character, improving your skills, strengthening your discipline, and developing your wisdom, opportunities begin to appear naturally. This does not mean sitting around and doing nothing. It means directing your energy toward growth rather than desperation. Many people spend years trying to convince others to value them. They try to prove their worth to people who have already decided not to see it. They waste energy forcing relationships, forcing friendships, and forcing outcomes. But the truth is simple. What must be forced is often not meant to last. A Stoic understands this. They put an honest effort, but they do not beg. They work hard, but they do not become obsessed. They care deeply, but they do not lose themselves in the process. There's a quiet confidence in knowing that if something is truly meant for you, your preparation and effort will help you recognize it when it arrives. And if something leaves your life despite your best efforts, perhaps it was never meant to stay. Relax. Keep growing. Keep becoming better. The more valuable you become as a person, the more valuable opportunities will naturally find their way to you. Life often rewards those who focus on growth, rather than those who chase every passing desire. Many of the things you are asking life for today require a version of you that does not exist yet. People often ask, why hasn't my opportunity come? When the better question is, have I become ready for that opportunity? The Stoics believe that preparation is more important than impatience. Imagine receiving everything you wanted before you developed the wisdom to handle it. Wealth without discipline can create problems. Success without character can create arrogance. Power without self-control can create destruction. Sometimes life delays certain things because there are lessons you still need to learn. There are habits you still need to build. There is strength you still need to develop. Most people only see the delay. They do not see the preparation happening behind the scenes. Every challenge you face is teaching you something. Every disappointment is strengthening you in some way. Every obstacle is shaping your character. The problem is that growth often feels uncomfortable while it is happening. We want the reward immediately, but life often gives us the lesson first. This is why patience is so important. Patience is not passive waiting. Patience is continuing to work while trusting the process. It is waking up every day and doing what needs to be done even when results are not visible yet. It is believing that your effort matters even when progress feels slow. Relax, not because your goals are impossible, but because you are still becoming the person capable of achieving them. Trust that your current season has a purpose. Trust that your struggles are teaching you something valuable. Trust that your effort is not being wasted. One day, you may look back and realize that the things you once thought were delays were actually preparations for something greater. And when that realization comes, you will understand why patience is one of the most powerful Stoic virtues. Fire-crowned lion face, there is a special kind of peace that comes when you stop trying to control every detail of your life. Most people are constantly fighting reality. They want life to unfold exactly according to their plans. They want every opportunity to arrive on time. They want every relationship to work perfectly. They want every effort to produce immediate results. When reality does not match their expectations, frustration appears. The Stoics understood that much of human suffering comes from this resistance. They knew that life is unpredictable. Sometimes things go according to plan, and sometimes they do not. Sometimes doors open, and sometimes they close. Sometimes you receive what you want, and sometimes you receive what you need. A wise person learns to work hard without becoming attached to a specific outcome. They give their best effort, but they also accept that some things are beyond their control. This mindset creates freedom. You stop living in constant tension. You stop feeling as though every setback is a personal failure. Instead, you begin trusting that every experience has something to teach you. Even disappointments become valuable because they help you grow. Even delays become useful because they build patience. The more you accept reality as it is, the more peace you experience. Relax. Life is not asking you to control everything. It is asking you to handle what is yours to handle and let go of the rest. Many people are so focused on reaching the next destination that they forget to appreciate the journey. They tell themselves, "I will relax when I succeed. I will enjoy life when I achieve my goal. I will be happy when everything is perfect." The problem is that perfection never arrives. There's always another goal, another challenge, another thing to achieve. As a result, they spend their entire lives postponing happiness. The Stoics believe that this is one of the greatest mistakes a person can make. They understood that life is happening right now. Not next year, not after success arrives, not after every problem disappears. Right now, if you cannot find moments of gratitude and peace during the journey, you may never find them at all. Think about how much of your life has already passed. How many beautiful moments went unnoticed because you were too focused on what came next? How many opportunities for joy were missed because your mind was trapped in the future? A Stoic learns to appreciate the present moment while still working toward future goals. They understand that ambition and gratitude can exist together. You can strive for more while appreciating what you already have. You can pursue success without sacrificing your peace. Relax. Enjoy the journey. Celebrate small victories. Be grateful for the lessons, the growth, and the experiences. One day, you may realize that the journey itself was the thing you were rushing toward all along. The truth is that everything you truly need begins within you. Peace is not found in a bank account. Confidence is not found in other people's approval. Happiness is not found in perfect circumstances. These things are built from the inside out. The Stoics spent their lives cultivating inner strength because they understood that external things can be taken away at any moment. Money can disappear. Relationships can end. Circumstances can change. But wisdom, discipline, and character remain. The person who develops these qualities becomes unshakable. They stop depending on the world to provide stability because they carry stability within themselves. This is why the Stoics valued self-mastery so highly. They knew that when your mind is calm, your actions become clearer. When your character is strong, your decisions become wiser. When your expectations are realistic, your life becomes more peaceful. Relax. Everything does not have to happen today. Everything does not have to be perfect. You do not need to have all the answers right now. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep taking one step at a time. Trust that your effort matters. Trust that your growth matters. Trust that life often unfolds in ways that make sense only when you look back. And remember this: the calmer you become, the clearer you see. The clearer you see, the wiser you act. And the wiser you act, the closer you move toward the life you seek. Fire crown lion face, sometimes the reason you feel stressed is not because life is difficult, but because you're trying to carry things that do not belong to you. You carry the opinions of strangers. You carry mistakes from years ago. You carry fears about a future that has not arrived. You carry expectations that were never yours in the first place. Over time, these invisible burdens become heavy. They drain your energy and steal your peace. The Stoics taught that a wise person regularly asks, "Is this truly mine to carry?" If the answer is no, let it go. Why spend today suffering over a conversation that happened years ago? Why ruin your peace over a future event that may never happen? Why allow someone else's opinion to control your mood? Most people are not exhausted because they're working too hard. They are exhausted because they're thinking too much about things they cannot change. Relax. You do not need to solve your entire future today. You do not need everyone to understand you. You do not need every question answered immediately. Focus on the step in front of you. Focus on what you can control. Let the rest pass by like clouds in the sky. The moment you stop carrying unnecessary weight, your mind becomes lighter, your decisions become clearer, and your life becomes calmer. One of the most powerful lessons the Stoics taught is that life rewards consistency more than intensity. Many people work hard for a few days and then quit when results do not appear. They become impatient because they expect immediate success. They want their efforts to be rewarded instantly. But life rarely works that way. Great things are usually built slowly. A strong body is built one workout at a time. A successful career is built one day at a time. A strong character is built one decision at a time. The problem is that these small actions often seem insignificant in the moment. Because the progress is slow, people assume nothing is happening. Then they quit right before the results begin to appear. The Stoics understood that patience is not weakness. Patience is strength under control. It is the ability to continue moving forward without becoming discouraged by temporary delays. Relax. You do not need to become successful overnight. You do not need to transform your life in a single week. Focus on today's effort. Focus on today's improvement. Trust that small actions, repeated consistently, create extraordinary results over time. The river does not cut through stone because of power. It cuts through stone because of persistence. Your life changes the same way. Keep showing up. Keep growing. Keep believing. The results will come. Fire-crowned lion face, many people spend years chasing things they believe will finally make them happy. They chase more money, more status, more recognition, and more possessions. Each time they achieve something, they feel excited for a short period, but soon that feeling fades. Then they begin chasing the next thing. This cycle continues for years. The Stoics recognized this trap long ago. They understood that peace does not come from getting everything you want. Peace comes from appreciating what you already have while continuing to grow. A person who cannot appreciate today will not appreciate tomorrow either. If gratitude is missing now, it will still be missing after success arrives. That is why the Stoics practiced gratitude daily. They reminded themselves of what was already good in their lives. They appreciated simple things: a healthy body, a peaceful morning, a loyal friend, a chance to learn, and another day to improve. These things may seem ordinary, but they are actually extraordinary. Many people overlook them because they're too focused on what they lack. Relax. Take a moment to appreciate how far you have already come. Appreciate the lessons you have learned, the challenges you have survived, and the strength you have gained. The more grateful you become, the richer your life feels. And when your life feels rich, you stop desperately chasing things that cannot bring lasting peace. The future often looks frightening because the human mind likes certainty, and life rarely provides it. People want guarantees before they take action. They want proof that everything will work out before they move forward. But certainty is something life almost never offers. The Stoics accepted this reality. They understood that courage is not knowing the future. Courage is moving forward despite not knowing the future. Think about every meaningful step you have ever taken. At some point, uncertainty was involved. Whether it was starting a new job, learning a new skill, moving to a new place, or pursuing a dream, there was always a risk. If you had waited for complete certainty, you might never have started. The same is true today. The path ahead may not be perfectly clear, but that does not mean you should stop walking. Relax. You do not need to see the entire road. You only need to see the next step. Trust yourself enough to take it. The future is not built all at once. It is built one decision at a time, one action at a time, one day at a time. Every step forward creates more clarity. Every challenge teaches a lesson. Every experience makes you stronger. Stop demanding certainty from life. Instead, develop confidence in your ability to handle whatever comes. That confidence is far more valuable than certainty could ever be. At the end of the day, life is not a race. It is not a competition to see who can achieve the most in the shortest amount of time. Yet many people live as though they are constantly competing. They compare their progress, their income, their appearance, and their achievements to everyone around them. This comparison creates anxiety because there will always be someone who seems ahead. The Stoics warned against this habit because it distracts you from your own journey. The only person you need to be better than is the person you were yesterday. If you're becoming wiser, stronger, kinder, and more disciplined, then you are moving in the right direction. Relax. Your timeline does not need to match anyone else's. Your journey does not need to look like anyone else's. Success is not about arriving first. Success is about becoming the best version of yourself. Keep working. Keep learning. Keep improving. Trust that your efforts are creating a future you cannot fully see yet. One day, you will look back and realize that many of the things you worried about never mattered. What mattered was that you kept moving forward, stayed true to your values, and trusted the process. And that trust will have taken you exactly where you needed to go. Fire-crowned lion face, relax. Stop forcing. Stop chasing. Keep growing, keep trusting, and keep moving forward. What belongs to you will arrive when you are ready to receive it. Fire-crowned lion face sparkles the calmer you become, the more powerful you become. Most people think power comes from being loud, aggressive, or constantly proving yourself. The Stoics disagreed. They believed that true power comes from self-control. Anyone can react when things go wrong. Anyone can lose their temper when life becomes difficult. But remaining calm when others panic is a rare skill. Imagine two people facing the same problem. One becomes emotional, frustrated, and overwhelmed. The other remains patient, thinks clearly, and focuses on solutions. Who has the advantage? The calm person. Why? Because a calm mind sees opportunities that a stressed mind misses. This is why Stoics trained themselves to remain steady during challenges. They understood that panic never improves a situation. Worry never solves a problem. Anger rarely leads to wise decisions. Relax. Whatever challenge you're facing right now, approach it with a clear mind. Do not allow temporary emotions to control permanent decisions. Trust yourself. You have overcome difficult situations before. You have survived bad days before. You are stronger than many of the fears living inside your head. The moment you stop reacting to everything, you begin responding with wisdom. And wisdom is far more powerful than emotion. Many of life's greatest blessings arrive unexpectedly. The friendship you never planned for, the opportunity you never saw coming, the lesson that changed your life, the moment that gave you a new direction. The Stoics understood that life is full of surprises. That is why they focused less on controlling the future and more on preparing themselves for whatever the future might bring. Most people spend so much time worrying about what could go wrong that they completely ignore what could go right. They expect disappointment and overlook possibility. They prepare for failure but never imagine success. Relax. Life is not only a source of problems. It is also a source of opportunities. There may be doors opening that you cannot see yet. There may be people you have not met yet who will change your life. There may be experiences waiting for you that will make your current worries seem insignificant. Trust that the story is not finished. Trust that life can improve in ways you cannot currently imagine. Your job is not to predict every chapter. Your job is to become strong enough to handle whatever chapter comes next. Keep growing. Keep believing. Keep moving forward. Sometimes the best things in life arrive when you stop obsessing over them and simply focus on becoming your best self. Fire crown lion face. At some point, you must make peace with the fact that not everything will happen according to your plan. Some goals will take longer than expected. Some people will leave your life. Some opportunities will disappear. Some dreams will change shape. This is not failure. This is life. The Stoics believed that suffering often comes from arguing with reality. We insist that life should be different, and when it is not, we become frustrated. But reality does not change because we resist it. The wiser approach is to adapt. Learn from setbacks. Grow through disappointments. Find opportunity inside difficulty. Every challenge contains a lesson if you are willing to look for it. Relax. You do not need a perfect life to have a meaningful life. You do not need perfect circumstances to experience peace. Peace comes from acceptance, gratitude, and resilience. The more you embrace these qualities, the less power circumstances have over your happiness. Life may not always go according to plan, but that does not mean it is going wrong. Sometimes life is guiding you towards something better than the plan you originally had. Fire crown lion face, a calm mind, a patient heart, and a disciplined spirit can achieve more than force ever will. Relax. Everything will come to you when you become ready for it. Fire sparkle crown lion face one day. You will look back at the things that kept you awake at night and realize that most of them never deserved so much of your attention. The problems that seemed enormous became small. The fears that felt overwhelming never happened. The situations that caused stress eventually passed. This is one of the reasons the Stoics value perspective. They understood that the mind often exaggerates difficulties. It turns small obstacles into giant mountains and temporary setbacks into permanent disasters. When this happens, people lose their peace. They become trapped in worry instead of focusing on action. A Stoic steps back and asks a simple question. Will this matter a year from now? Most of the time, the answer is no. The argument, the criticism, the embarrassment, the delay, or the disappointment that feels so important today will eventually become a distant memory. Relax. Not everything deserves your emotional energy. Not every problem deserves your attention. Learn to separate what truly matters from what merely demands your attention. The more you practice this, the calmer your life becomes. You stop wasting time fighting small battles and start focusing on the things that actually improve your future. Wisdom is not about giving attention to everything. Wisdom is knowing what deserves your attention and what deserves to be ignored. And when you learn that skill, peace becomes much easier to find to the end of your life. You will not be remembered for how much you worried. You will not be rewarded for all the stress you carried. You will not look back proudly on the nights you spent overthinking things you could not control. What will matter is how you lived. Did you have the courage to pursue your goals? Did you appreciate the people you loved? Did you remain strong during difficult times? Did you use your time wisely? These are the things that matter. The Stoics knew that life is far too short to spend it in constant fear of the future. They chose to focus on living fully in the present while preparing wisely for what was ahead. They understood that peace is not found when life becomes perfect. Peace is found when you stop needing life to be perfect. Relax. Trust yourself. Trust your growth. Trust the lessons life is teaching you. Keep working hard, but do not lose your peace in the process. Keep dreaming big, but do not forget to appreciate today. Keep moving forward, but do not rush through life so quickly that you miss it. Everything has its season. Everything has its timing. And often, the things meant for you arrive not when you demand them, but when you're finally ready to receive them. So breathe. Stay patient. Stay disciplined. Stay grateful. And remember, the future is not something to fear. It is something to prepare for. Fire-crowned lion face, relax. The sun does not rush to rise, yet it always arrives on time. Keep growing, keep trusting, and keep moving forward. What is meant for you will come when the time is right. Fire-crowned lion face sparkles.